Act now, think later. That is the philosophy of someone with an Aries moon. Okay, you don't want to be around someone with an Aries moon if you're someone who doesn't want a rant about something that turns into what sounds like an argument and they lose the plot halfway through. If you don't want to hang around someone like that, you don't want to hang around an Aries moon. Okay, I'm an Aries moon, so you probably don't want to hang around me. Okay, we can go on and on and on and on, and it sounds like we're disagreeing with you. A lot of Aries placements in general, but especially in Aries moon, like, we sound like we're disagreeing with you, but we're just very emotionally charged. Okay, sometimes I just have to reel things in. I just have to calm myself down because it can get really, really fiery. It can get very, very spontaneous and confrontational up in this place. So, yeah, I think Aries moons are people who can be really scary to be around if unhealed, because they're not afraid of just saying what they want to say. And I feel like me personally, as an Aries moon, I have had a lot of moments in my life where I've had to really think about how I react to things, because when things make me upset, when things really, really get to me, I get angry, and I mean I get scarily angry, and I'll react in a way that is not necessarily very nice. I have had moments where I've just slammed the door, or put something down all aggressively. I think that when unhealed, these people can be aggressive in some sort of capacity, because we feel emotions and we feel them immediately, and they're so big, and so we need to do something about the way that we feel. Not only do we feel everything so now, this is happening right now, it's we gotta go do something about it right now. We gotta go tell this person what's up and how we feel. And this can result in a lot of confrontation of saying things just because we're hot-headed. We're in the spur of the moment. It's we almost can lose control of our anger because we get so angry. And we can get angry, like I said, we get angry very, very quickly. And a lot of us, I feel like, have to do a lot of work on just learning how to take a moment. And I think that's the biggest takeaway, at least with processing emotions, where you feel like you just want to get up and do something and say something to someone, and you feel like that's the only thing that's going to make you feel better. It's not the only thing that's going to make you feel better. It's actually taking a second to realize what it is that you're feeling, because a lot of the time anger is just deep down sadness. You know what I mean? And so it really, really helps to just kind of, sit in another room for a second, take a few deep breaths. If that doesn't work for you, listening to really, really angry music, doing very, very strenuous exercise, running. I feel like an Aries moon is someone who definitely needs some sort of outlets in their life, because if not, it can turn into just a lot of anger, and anger turns into resentment. And I just feel like Aries moons, I would recommend figuring out something to do, whether that's even just writing in your notebook, whatever it is that you want to say, and just getting that energy out, because we're people who are full of energy. We're full of energy. We just want to start things. We want to do things now. And that's another thing to talk about, is that we want to do things now. We want everything to come to us immediately. Or else we feel like we're doing something wrong. Or I feel like a lot of the time how it's expressed through me is if I don't get what I'm working towards immediately, I feel like just worthless. Like, I can't wait through the process. And I feel like a lot of other Aries placements can agree of like just really, really, in a lot of ways, getting bored easily. In a lot of ways, not being able to finish things in the way that you want to. And I think, I don't know, it's just kind of this energy of like, it's fast and it's very, very fiery and it's very, very spontaneous. It's kind of like something that just goes every which way all at once. But if you can learn to slow it down, if you can learn to be more, not slow it down in the way of like, I can't be this way, but in a way of like, okay, we're going this fast, but like, which direction are we going? Kind of like, reel it in. What is the intention behind, what it is that we're feeling, what it is that we're trying to do? Why is it we're switching back and forth from one thing to another thing all the time? And I feel like it really is because we need a lot of passion, and we need to be in places in relationships where we can be passionate, where we can express this energy, this sense of constant like pull. It's almost like a pull, like somebody's like, I don't know, I just see someone like in the front of a line, like leading, like got a little like trail of ducks behind them, like somebody that's leading the crowd and is like, where should we go? They're kind of like deciding which way should we go, which way should we go. And they're choosing, we want to be choosing at least, and I think what's best for us is what makes us feel most alive. What can access us the ability to be passionate. And I feel like I think a big part of it, of healing, at least for Aries moons in specific, is like finding people that will be okay with the fact that you're gonna call things out when you're gonna call things out. Like, when you're upset, you're gonna speak your mind. And you should speak your mind. And I feel like that's when a lot of things change for me. It's like a process from at first, not expressing that anger at all and kind of pushing that anger within. And then the next step is kind of just like expressing that anger in kind of explosive ways and that coming out in a way that's unhealthy. And this third step is like realizing the fact that you're doing this and realizing the fact that you express your emotions maybe a little bit too spontaneously, and the cure to this would be to express when you're feeling passionate in the moment, because if you can express how passionate you feel about something in the moment instead of suppressing it, there's no need for these unexpected outbursts. There's no need for these unexpected things to come up, or you to say things that are maybe, things that you don't want to say to people in that moment. Like, I've said some things that are maybe just things that I didn't want to say, and because of how angry I was and my inability to regulate, I said what I said. But if we can learn to just express ourselves, like how passionate we truly are, but express our fire and our passion and our audacity and our initiative with intention, with what am I actually trying to do here? What am I actually feeling here? What is the intention behind what I am expressing? And I feel like as an Aries moon, if you can just step away when things upset you, if you can just step away for a few moments, take a few breathers. If that doesn't work for you, I don't know if I said, but exercise. I don't know if I said this, but exercise in any sort of way that you can exert your energy is extremely important. Extremely important. Any sort of way you can just express it, let it out in a way that's not, attacking anybody, but rather letting yourself be expressive, exercising, writing in a journal, just scribbling out whatever it is that you want to scribble out, not holding back, um, dancing all crazy all around your room, expressing this fire within you, I feel like is just so insanely important. And if you can't figure out ways to tame this fire and express this fire and kind of, make sure, I don't know, I'm doing a fire analogy, but I don't really know all that much about fires. But, you gotta express yourself. And that's the only way you're not gonna express yourself in a way that you don't want to, if that makes sense. This got really, really deep. But as an Aries Moon, I just feel like we are the most fun people to be around ever because we're loud, we get upset, we keep things interesting. People feel alive around us, and the way we experience our emotions shouldn't be looked down upon. Yeah, we could experience a lot of anger, but it's beautiful that we have this passion that we have this. We just it feels like we're just the first explorer in this emotional world that we don't quite yet understand. And I feel like it's beautiful. And I love all Aries moons. I feel like, I don't know. With the Libra rising, I've had a lot of, I feel like, if you have, I don't know. I feel like with the Libra rising has done a lot of tampering my Aries moon and making it so I kind of have this tendency of keeping what I feel within. But I do my very best every single day to express myself more when I'm upset and to, express when I'm upset with intention and to take a step back when I'm about to say something that I don't need to be saying. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, let me know what you think. Comment down below if you're an Aries moon and what your experience has been like with an Aries moon. And act first, think later. That's what it's all about, right? No, we need to think. We need to think, y'all. We need to use our brains, not so much of our hearts. Alright, thank you guys so much for watching. I will, if you want the rest of the moon signs, let me know in the comments, because if you let me know in the comments, that would be freaking wonderful. And follow for more. And I'll see you later.